This is Modern Photo Solutions, helping you find modern solutions for life's photographic journey. Taking you from photo overwhelm to photo fabulous in just a few taps. Your story matters. It's time to start telling it. Hey everyone, welcome to Modern Photo Solutions. I'm Steph Clay and I am so happy to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me. I have been documenting my life and my story since I was a little kid. I went and looked up the very first time that I had documenting something, and it was actually the birth of my youngest sister when I was 6 years old. I wrote about it and then I drew a picture because photos weren't digital and easy to come by as they are now. Over the years, I've tried and been successful with a lot of different methods to tell my story. Journaling, drawing, combinations of photos and words. My process is ever changing and evolving as I change, technology changes, and my life changes. I've been teaching my processes for telling my story for 22 years now. That makes me sound so old, but I promise I did get a pretty young start. I guess if you count the little class that I taught as a teenager, it's been longer than 22 years. Right now, the heart of my storytelling process is my phone. That's what I use almost exclusively. I started experimenting with using my phone to tell my story in 2014, and I mostly used collage apps. I was invited to be on the Project Life beta testing team before the app was released, and in an instant, how I told my story changed for the better. Here I am, 1,000 pages later, and so much of my story has been told. So much of my family's story has been told. I wanted to share with you today some of the keys of my process and why I use them. Some of this information is in my class, but in a different way. And there is definitely some information here that is not in my class. So stay tuned for sure. The first thing that I want to talk about is Dropbox. I use Dropbox to save any product downloads from stores. I use Dropbox for a lot of other things too, but today we're just talking about how I use it for documenting and telling my story. So as far as that goes, I keep digital product downloads in Dropbox. I use it still because I always have used it and everything's in there. It's also a well-known product that a lot of people use to one degree or another. So it makes sharing photos and documents really easy. I'm really liking that Amazon is doing so many things to compete with Dropbox and with Google. It is becoming a really big competitor and they are doing some really great things. So I'm excited about it as it continues to evolve. The number two thing that I love, and this is no secret, is Google Photos. I use it for backing up all of my phone photos, my DSLR photos, my kids' photos, any photos. All the photos go into Google Photos, and I love it. I use it as a search engine for my photos. I can find any photo that I've ever taken in just a few taps. I use it also to transfer photos and images onto my phone so that I can use them in the Project Life app. Snapstill. This is an app that I use to grab a JPEG or a photo from a video. Sometimes it's hard to choose if you're going to take a photo or a video. And on an iPhone, you can do both at the same time, sort of, but it's hard for me to juggle it all. I'm not that physically coordinated, and I worry about dropping my phone. And so this app is the bomb as far as I'm concerned. I know that I can take video of something and just pull a JPEG out of it that I can use on my pages to tell my story with that. Shell is the one that told me about this app. For those of you that are familiar with Shell, she was a fabulous digital designer that retired a couple of years ago, and she still helps me out with stuff. I love having her around. But she told me about this app, and I was using a different app at the time, and this one has replaced it because the features are so great. It has facial recognition, and so if I'm looking for a photo of one person, I can just tap up at the top and find a photo out of that video of them very quickly. It also has suggestions of what it thinks are some of the several best images. Some of them are actually the best images, and some of them are not. But it's nice that they pull those up, and then you don't have to go through the whole video all the time. It's very easy to navigate through the video and tap to save just a clip to your photo stream. Okay, pick, tap, go. For editing, I use a lot of different apps if I'm just editing a photo, but mostly I use the native iPhone app and then also Pick, Tap, Go. But I really love that Pick, Tap, Go is now integrated with Project Life. I think that is the bomb and makes my workflow so much easier. But even if you aren't using the Project Life app, I recommend this photo editor. I think it's just $1.99 or something in the App Store. I don't think it will come as any surprise to anybody that the Project Life app is a key portion of my process. I've talked about it a lot on the podcast, but I've never really gone into what I like about it or why I like it. So I have used other collage apps and continue to try new ones as they come out, but I always come back to the Project Life app. And here's why. I can have a lot of freedom to use any products I want. They have products in the app that I can purchase, and I purchase almost every single app kit as soon as it's released because they're very affordable. They're super cheap for everything that you get. And I love to have a variety of supplies. Sometimes I'll stick with a kit and it surprises me for a really long time, and then I'm over it and done and I have to move on. Sometimes I only want to use it one time and I'm over it after that one time. But anyway, I do love supplies and I love surprises too. But I do love supplies and I love working with new supplies. It's inspiring to me. So that's one of the reasons. But also, it's fast and easy for me to build a page in the Project Life app. Very fast. The journaling abilities in this app really honestly are better than any other app. The other apps that will allow you to add text to an image are more for graphic design type work, for title work, for bigger images. They don't have a lot of ability as far as getting a lot of text in a small spot, in the spot that you want it to be in. It's difficult sometimes to get things to fit properly and to have it look good. And that's one of the things that I really like about the Project Life app. All of the in-app cards that you buy in the Project Life app, it's already formatted to have the text fit within that card with a nice border and around any flowers or graphics that are on the card. And so it just saves a lot of time. And I am one of those that would love to see more font options in the app because I don't use handwriting of anybody's, mine or anybody else's, on my pages. And so that only leaves me with 4 or 5 different font options in the app. And you can imagine after 1,000 pages, I am ready for some new fonts. But I have traded additional font options with efficiency. I do have some ideas for some other apps that I'm going to be playing around with to try and see if I can get something to work that will work for me, as well as the Project Life app has for journaling, so that I can have some more font options. That would make me so happy. There are a lot of other apps that I use for different things, but these are the main ones that I use most of the time when I build a page. There have been phases in my life where getting my story documented has been a struggle and a battle. And my battle was with time. Time. Can you relate? Can I get an amen? It was during those periods when I bought a lot of supplies with plans and ideas in mind for those supplies and for the photos that were going to go with them. And I knew exactly what I was going to do with them. But it never happened. I just couldn't find the time to sit and get it done. The supplies piled up, the ideas and the memories faded with time, and so did my enthusiasm, and nothing was done. The stories were left untold. I felt a little bit like I was a supply hoarder. Does this sound familiar at all? I know how it feels because I've been there. What changed for me was finding an efficient process that really enabled me to accomplish a lot in a very small amount of time. I was shocked, actually, at how much I was able to get done once I identified the tools and the methods that worked with me and my very busy life. Technology is pretty amazing, and it is changing so fast right now. It can be so overwhelming for me, and I am a very tech-savvy person. I'm the daughter of a computer programmer, and so this stuff is literally in my genes, and I still get overwhelmed by the choices, the processes, how apps and programs work independently, let alone how I can make them work together. How can I be sure if my photos are backed up and safe? If I delete something in one place, where else will it be deleted from? After many failures and near catastrophic hard drive losses, I decided to move all of my data, photos, and information to the cloud for backup. The choices, though, are overwhelming. All of the plans and pricing options, limits, compression, I avoided figuring all of it out for a couple of years. But I have tackled this. I have researched, I have compared, and I have conquered the cloud backup monster. And I have all of this information that you need to make good decisions for yourself. So you can rest easy knowing that you will never lose photos. The Heart of Photo Fabulous is my brand new class that is just out today. It is only on sale for 1 week. I have put so much heart and soul into this, and I am really excited to share it with you because I know it's going to make changes for you. This course is heavily geared to iPhone users. I need to put that out there as a disclaimer. In this course, you will learn backing up and deleting, protecting your images with cloud storage. I will also cover deleting so that you can free up space with confidence. The Project Life app. I will introduce you to the Project Life app and go over all of the basic information about building pages, editing images, changing backgrounds, and organizing your completed pages. We will set you up for success as you learn ways to find time in your regular day and make the most of it by being efficient in your workflow. Once you get a couple of pages done, you might want to add some additional supplies for some variety. So I will show you how to do this in the app and out of the app, where to shop, and how to get those supplies onto your device so that you can work with them. Because we all have limited amounts on our devices, whether it's a lot of space or a little bit of space, I will show ways in this class of conserving space and being able to work offline by accessing and saving images to external storage. Temporary external storage, I want to add. How will you tell your story is this section all about weekly, monthly events and getting caught up so that you can figure out the best way for you to tell your story. This is where I show you processes and tips for documenting in different time increments. I also share my journey of finding the heart of my story and how you can find the heart of your story too. Last, I will show you how to batch export through iCloud Photos for PC and Mac for printing outside of the app. With the purchase of this class, you will also get access to an exclusive Facebook group where I will be at least 5 days a week to answer questions and have discussions. Almost all of the coursework that you will do with me through the class is on your phone. There are a couple of options that I show people where they need to step over to their computer if that's the process and system they choose to use. This course can be accessed on a computer, on any tablet, your phone. It's easy. It's just like the free Photo Fabulous First Step class was. as far as format goes. There will be some other fun surprises along the way for students in this course because that's one of the things that I love to do. You can find more information and register for the class by going to modernphotosolutions.com/myheart. You can also text the phrase, one phrase altogether, my heart, to the numbers 44222, and I will text you back a link to the course page because I know that sometimes you're working out or cleaning and it's not easy to get to your computer. So if you text the word or the phrase my heart 44222, text the phrase my heart to the number 44222, then we'll text you back a link and then you'll have it right there when you're ready to use it. All message and texting rates apply. This class will only be available for purchase through January 17th. It is, once again, heavily geared toward iPhone. I do have plans for an Android version. I have a couple of Android users going through this class right now to see if it's something that we can adjust easily and quickly, and we will do that as we can. Since I am most familiar with iPhone, that's what I did first. And I don't want to sell this as something that Android users could use because I haven't used an Android and so I don't know what the differences are. I know that the Project Life app is different on Android versus iPhone. I have had several people go through this class for me to offer suggestions and feedback, which has made it an even better class. People that are veterans at using their phone to tell their story have taken it and reported that they learned a lot that they didn't know before and they were surprised. I've also had some brand new storytellers take it, and one of them completed the whole class in a day and created 7 pages. She is a very busy mom of 3, but she learned some new techniques, and for the first time, she is telling her story in a big way, and that is exciting. I am so excited to be on this journey with you to PhotoFab. Be sure to check out the class by going to modernphotosolutions.com/myheart or texting the phrase my heart to 44222. Thank you so much for being here and letting me be on this journey with you, and we will see you next time on Modern Photo Solutions.